In the vast, sun-baked plains of Western Australia, an unlikely adversary emerged. Not a foreign invader, but a feathered foe, numbering in the tens of thousands. In 1932, faced with a burgeoning emu population wreaking havoc on farmland, the Australian military was called in. Armed with machine guns, these soldiers were tasked with a mission that sounds almost farcical today: to wage war on birds. The emus, surprisingly agile and resilient, proved a formidable if unconventional enemy. They scattered, dodged bullets, and often seemed to mock the military's efforts. Despite their superior firepower, the soldiers found themselves outmaneuvered. The Emu War, a bizarre chapter in military history, ultimately became a testament to nature's surprising tenacity and the limits of human control, a quirky reminder that sometimes the biggest battles are against the most unexpected opponents. In the spring of 1927, the mighty Mississippi River, swollen by relentless rains and the collapse of a crucial levee, unleashed its fury. This wasn't just a flood, it was a deluge that reshaped America. For weeks, a vast, churning lake, sometimes over 70 miles wide, swallowed over 27,000 square miles of land, drowning towns and farms across 13 states. Imagine the sheer terror as water surged through shattered levees, forcing hundreds of thousands to flee their homes, many seeking refuge on rooftops or in makeshift rafts. The floodwaters displaced over 500,000 people, a human tide of desperation. The 1927 Mississippi flood was a catastrophic event that exposed the nation's vulnerability, prompting a massive federal response and fundamentally altering flood control policies and migration patterns for generations to come. Imagine a sound so subtle, yet so pervasive, it crept into the lives of an entire community, yet remained utterly elusive. In the early 1990s, in the high desert landscape of New Mexico, a low-frequency hum began to plague the residents of Taos. This wasn't a fleeting disturbance. It was persistent, a phantom sound that only a fraction of the population could perceive. For those afflicted, the hum brought a litany of unsettling symptoms: agonizing headaches, waves of nausea, a constant unnerving presence. Was this a localized oddity, a trick of the ear, or did it hint at something far more sinister, a whispered global conspiracy? Scientists descended, instruments whirring, searching for the source. But no explanation emerged. The hum remained a ghost in the air, a chilling testament to the mysteries that can still defy our understanding. The Taos Hum. Imagine the fever pitch of the American West in 1872. Fortunes were being forged, or so people believed, in the dust and heat of the frontier. Then, two prospectors arrived, whispering of a secret, unimaginable bounty, a diamond field, untouched and overflowing. They presented raw, glittering stones, and the world took notice. Top bankers, titans of industry, saw not just gems, but a golden ticket to unimaginable wealth. Millions poured in, fortunes were minted overnight, and the legend of the diamond riches grew. But a shadow of doubt began to creep in. Enter Clarence King, a geologist with a keen eye and a healthy dose of skepticism. His investigation would shatter the illusion, revealing a monumental swindle. The diamonds? Not a natural wonder, but a carefully crafted deception. Gems salted into the earth. America's biggest hoax had been exposed, leaving a trail of dashed hopes and a stark reminder of how easily greed can blind even the sharpest minds. For millennia, humanity gazed at the heavens, convinced of a comforting truth. We were the center of it all, the earth, a stationary stage around which the celestial bodies danced. This was not merely a popular belief, but the bedrock of church doctrine, unquestioned for centuries. Yet, in the quiet study of a Polish scholar, a seed of doubt began to sprout. Nicolaus Copernicus, meticulously gathering observations, found a growing dissonance. The elegant, clockwork precision of the heavens didn't quite align with the Earth-centric model. Then, in 1543, he dared to propose a radical new vision. What if, he mused, the sun, not the Earth, was the fixed heart of the cosmos? What if our planet was just one of several, orbiting this stellar furnace? This audacious idea, challenging millennia of accepted wisdom, was not just a shift in celestial mechanics. It was a revolution that would forever redefine our place in the universe. It began in the summer of 1764, a season of fear that descended upon the pastoral heart of rural France. A young shepherdess, her flock grazing peacefully, found herself face to face with terror, a ferocious, unknown creature. Miraculously, she survived. But this was only the beginning. Soon, another victim fell, a young girl. The attacks escalated, the beast's savagery growing, striking terror into the very souls of the villagers. Panic gripped the region. Official hunts were launched, a royal decree issued, but this predator was unlike any they had ever encountered. Soldiers were deployed, silver bullets forged, elaborate traps laid, yet the creature evaded them, leaving a trail of over 100 mutilated victims in its wake. Whispers turned to fearful speculation. Were there multiple beasts? Was this a conspiracy? The killings, so brutal and so enigmatic, remain to this day a chilling testament to a mystery that forever eluded explanation. In the autumn of 1571, a fateful encounter unfolded in the shimmering waters of the Mediterranean, off the coast of Greece in the Gulf of Patras. The formidable Ottoman fleet, a crescent of sails promising dominion, met its match. Arrayed against them was the Holy League, a desperate alliance of Christian nations, their combined might ready to resist the tide of expansion. Hundreds of galleys, sleek and menacing, surged towards each other. The air crackled with the roar of cannons, and the decks soon ran red with the blood of desperate men engaged in brutal, hand-to-hand combat. It was a scene of unimaginable ferocity, a clash of empires fought with steel and gunpowder. But from this inferno, a new reality emerged. The Ottoman tide was broken, their power in the Mediterranean irrevocably shattered. Europe, for a moment, could finally breathe again. Across the shimmering Mediterranean, on the sun-drenched coast of North Africa, a legend was about to be born. In the year 814 BC, a princess, Dido of Tyre, arrived a fugitive, carrying the weight of a kingdom lost and a burning desire for a new beginning. She sought not just refuge, but a future, a place where her people could forge a new destiny. Approaching a local chieftain, she presented a bold proposal: all the land she could encompass with a single ox hide. It was a seemingly impossible request, but Dido, with audacious ingenuity, cut that hide into impossibly fine strips, stretching them to encircle an entire hill, the mighty Byrsa. From this foundation of cunning and determination, a magnificent city began to rise, a beacon of Phoenician enterprise. Carthage, the future rival of Rome, was born, its destiny forever intertwined with the very essence of trade and power.